Welcome to Ominous Fireball. Keeter here with Marshall. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do some taste testing. We're trying this, what is it called?
Ritual Zero Proof.
Yeah, and then they're all different kinds of liquor.
But without the liquor.
Yeah, they're, what are they called? Alternatives.
Yes.
We have a whiskey alternative, a gin, and a tequila alternative. And we're going to go through it and taste test them.
And we're going to do that in two different ways. First, we're going to try it as a straight shot. And then we're going to give our thoughts about that. And then we're going to try it as a mixed drink. Now, we don't have all of the mixings for these drinks. So maybe just some ice and a little bit of club soda and stuff in it. Or tonic water, whatever we decide.
But first, we're just going straight shots, right?
Straight shots. Okay.
All right, here we go.
So round one.
Round one's this whiskey. It's whiskey, right?
Yeah, this is the whiskey alternative from Ritual Zero Proof. Not a sponsor.
It has that. I don't even know much about liquor, but it has that sharp smell to it.
It's definitely bringing out my drinking finger.
But it smells a little more. I don't know what to call that.
Is it the capsicum fruit?
Like I could tell what they put in it to make it smell that way instead of how it's supposed to actually
The only
smell.
reason I know about capsicum fruit is because it says it on the bottle. And
What
I highly doubt that's the way it's pronounced. That sounds like something that Captain America's girlfriend would say.
Does this does this smell close to?
It smells like watered down whiskey. I've had this before. I've tried all three of these. Not this bottle set, but I've tried it before. And this one definitely smells a little bit different than the first bottle of this I tried. It's also darker than the first bottle of this that I tried. But it definitely smells like there's water in it, as opposed to like when you just get like Jack Daniels or you get any other kind of whiskey. Jack Daniels is also not a sponsor. Okay, you want to try it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, it tastes like fake whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was too smooth during the drinking. Like
Yeah.
the aftertaste is kind of there, like the
It's
spicy
got that
aftertaste.
spiciness to it, you know.
But during drinking, it was way too smooth.
It might go really well if like you had like cinnamon powder in it. Like just mix a little bit of cinnamon in there.
It almost tastes like cinnamon-y. Cinnamon-y.
Cinnamon mini.
So, what would you normally drink whiskey with?
Usually I would have whiskey with like maybe like a single ice cube or Coke or a little bit of lemonade or something like that. But very rarely would I drink it just straight, unless it was something that's supposed to be drinking straight. Like bourbons, things like that. But that tastes more of like, that tastes like a well whiskey mixed with water. Like remember we used to have that bottle of well whiskey, literally called Well, also not a sponsor. But if you took that and you mixed that with just water or iced tea, that's what that would taste like.
Next up, we have the Ritual Gin alternative.
Not a sponsor.
Let me see how this smells.
See, this one I think smells... It smells a lot more like gin than that does of whiskey.
Really? Because I don't know much about gin, but this,
You ain't missing
this
much,
smells like a cleaning product to me.
man. That's what gin smells like.
Really?
Yeah, it smells like pine needles.
Hmm.
Remember that time years and years and years ago, I ended up banging that chick underneath the Christmas tree, and I smelled like pine needles for like 2 weeks? That's exactly what this smells like. This smells like Christmas 2006 for me. Christmas 2006, not a sponsor.
All right, let's give it a try.
Yeah, that tastes like room temperature gin.
Oh. Whew. I don't like it.
Yeah, nobody really likes gin, man. It's the reason I drank it all the time when I was drinking all the time. Because it was like, oh, this tastes absolutely awful. I won't drink too much. And clearly that eventually just went right out the window.
I feel like I just poisoned myself. Like I feel like I just drank Pine Sol.
Oh, you want to talk about poisoning yourself? Jax J got what she thought was a whiskey alternative, right? And it comes in this beautiful bottle, and there's a little picture of a bonsai tree on it. It's dark. It's got this really musky smell to it. It says barrel aged on it, stuff like that. So we tried that. Guess what it was? I will tell you right now, it was not whiskey.
I have no idea.
What's dark, it has kind of like that mesquite smell to it. It would have a bonsai tree on it.
Sake?
No, you're close. You're close. You're thinking in the right region, but there's no alcohol in it.
I don't know.
Soy sauce. She bought a $25 bottle of soy sauce, this big, in this beautiful. It's an absolutely beautiful bottle. We'll editor put a picture up of it, but it's absolutely gorgeous. This bottle. It looks like whiskey. It smells. It's got that mesquite smoke to it, but it is most definitely soy sauce. So I had to look it up, and then I discovered it was soy sauce. This is much better than soy sauce.
That I would never drink that straight ever.
What, the gin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think doing the gin was probably a mistake.
So what do you do to dress up gin as a bartender?
We have tonic water,
Okay.
also not a sponsor,
Gin and tonic, I've heard of that.
and some lime juice. So when we get to round 2, we'll try that.
All right. Well, for now, let's move on to.
Tequila.
All right. Well, last up here we have, what is this?
Tequila.
Tequila.
It apparently has the flavors of blue agave flower. I know I'm mispronouncing it. Mexican lime. I don't know why they needed to make it racist. Tropical agave. Cracked sea salt. Charred oak. I feel like none of that is actually tequila.
Does it have the smell though? Let's see.
It definitely smells like tequila without the vomit-inducing booze. If you mix this with hand sanitizer, don't do it. Hand sanitizer, by the way, not a sponsor. It would smell just like tequila.
It doesn't smell bad.
It doesn't smell good.
All right.
Okay.
Bottoms up.
Oh. What do you think it gives that punch to it at the end?
I don't know.
Oh.
Not good.
I can tell you this right now. Bodily reaction. At all 3 of them at this point. That is the most realistic way I've ever dealt with tequila.
Yeah, that.
It's living here.
It's like my mouth is burning, but I'm not drunk. So it's double sucks.
Yeah. There's no upside to this unless you're really into tequila. Tequila, not a sponsor. Wow. Ooh, remember the Aliens movie when the thing comes out of its chest? I feel like that right now. I can't remember who the actor is, but it's like...
Alright, how do you improve tequila?
Oh, God, you find an old priest and a young priest. Whew. Lime juice. Lime juice and a little bit of cold. Oh.
The worst part about this, by the way,
Is that it's all natural exodus?
is that we are halfway through. We have to drink all of these again
Yeah.
with the improvements.
Yay, us. This was a great decision. I'm really happy I dressed up for it. I wore a collared shirt.
So let's take a brief recess and then we'll have round 2.
Okay, brief recess. Go. Round 2. we have taken the whiskey and we have added an ice cube to it. So it's already more fragrant.
Oh man, yeah, it pops more.
Yeah. It really brings out the Madagascar vanilla. That American oak.
Regrets incoming.
Surprisingly, it's a lot better than as a shot. That I don't mind. I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the tequila or the fact that the coldness helped, but that was better.
Yeah, that was much better. Much better than the original version. Okay, well.
Although the aftertaste is coming though.
I'm okay with the aftertaste.
Yeah, it's not as harsh when
Yeah.
it's cooled.
Okay. Here is the Ritual Zero Proof Gin alternative. And this time we have mixed it with a little bit of tonic water.
Not
some
a
lime
sponsor.
juice. Also not a sponsor. And tonic water, lime juice, and an ice cube. That tastes 1,000 times better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot to comment on the smell before I took a sip, but I could smell it in the cup.
Yeah, it's definitely. It's brought out the Angelica root. I like how everything's labeled on there. Hemp leaves. Some sweet basil and English cucumber. They keep on giving things names as if they were more important, like American oak, Madagascar vanilla, Siberian pine, English cucumber, tropical guava, and Mexican lime. Mexican lime different than just regular lime? Now, this time we've mixed the tequila, Ritual Zero Proof, not a sponsor, with ice.
Also not a sponsor.
Also not a sponsor, ice. Brought to you by either of the polls. A little bit of lime juice. Oh, it still smells like tequila.
Yeah.
Smells more like tequila. It's still so bad. Oh man. It's like licking a hairbrush.
My mouth feels like I just ate hot wings.
Yeah, I agree. But not like the good ones. Like not like a popular chain like Buffalo Wild Wings, not a sponsor. But like that off-brand that you find, like at the like Aldi's, not a sponsor. That is supposed to be really good, and then you take like one taste of it, and you're like, I don't want to eat the rest of these. That's the way that tastes. God.
No good.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you were to rank them in order of best to worst, how would you do it?
I'll have to start at best. The whiskey on ice, I think, was the best.
I agree. I think the whiskey on ice was the best. So if this was like a competition to see like which one was going to go beyond it, we're going to put that one in first place. I think obviously that the gin on ice is a very close runner-up, and I think we can both agree that the tequila was terrible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you can get this in a 3-pack on Amazon, not a sponsor. It's right here. It's in my throat. I'm trying to talk and it's just not working. So we're going to go whiskey, gin, tequila as from best to worst. The tequila is absolutely terrible. Don't do that to yourselves. Drink real tequila if you're just going to do it.
And interestingly enough, it went the same way for me in the first round.
Yeah.
So,
The shots,
so my
yeah.
full order would be whiskey, gin, tequila, then straight whiskey, then straight gin, and then straight
Yeah.
tequila would be 1 through 6.
Yeah. I think I agree with you. I think it's the exact same way for me. Maybe that's why they package them in that order.
Maybe.
Yeah. They're just like, hey, when they get rid of this first bottle, they're gonna be like, hey, this one isn't quite as good. And then they get tequila and they're just like, shit. All that time in rehab and those AA meetings mean absolutely nothing. I have to drink real booze now. Kind of burped a little bit in my throat, then swallowed. Oh man, okay. Dope.
Well, we're gonna try to recover from this,
Yeah.
and have something new for you guys next time.
Click like and subscribe,
Yeah, please.
please, for God's sake. Buy some merch or something like that.
Yeah, I'm wearing a cool hoodie today.
Yeah. Look at the hoodie. I came dressed up. We don't sell these shirts. Although I guess we can make a shirt that had this pattern on it.
Calvin Klein, not a sponsor.
Calvin Klein, not a sponsor. It's the way I roll. Calvin Klein from Goodwill. It's also where I get my tires.
And they're also not a sponsor.
Also not a sponsor. Okay. Okay, click like,
Yeah.
subscribe, guys.
All right, see ya.
That is definitely a lot worse than the original fake tequila that I tried.
We got any more of that soy sauce left?
I didn't bring it with me and I should have. Oh, it tastes like a mistake.